So today we're going to be on page 120. It's going to be graphing the equation of a circle. Page 120. So the objective for today is to graph the circle given the equation. So the first thing we want to do is recall the equation of a circle. So we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So we have a center of hk and a radius of r. So we have to make sure that we remember that our center is going to be a positive h and a positive k. So if we have a negative in here, like a negative 9, then we're going to have x as a positive 9. So to graph a circle, there are going to be some steps. So the first thing you want to do is to determine the center of the circle from the equation. Step 2, you're going to calculate the radius. You're going to do this by solving for r. So you guys can check back on your notes, page 91, and that's going to help you with simplifying radicals. Step 3, you're going to place the center of the circle on your grid. So next, we have to plot the radius on our grid, and we're starting from the center of the circle. So you'd be counting whatever your radius is, up, down, to the left, and then to the right from that center of your circle. So we can write that here. So you're going to count our units up, down, left, and right from the center. And the last step is you're just going to connect the dots with a round, smooth curve. And that's going to create your circle. So now we can look at an example. So if we have the equation x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 25. So we're going to recall our equation of our circle. You can write that underneath. So we have a center. So if it's a negative 3, we're going to have, our h is going to be a positive 3. and if it's a 1, then we're going to have a -1 for k. So our center is 3, -1, and then we have a radius. So we're going to take the square root of 25, and that would be 5. So now we determined the center of the circle, we calculated the radius, and now we're going to place our center point first. So our center point we said was 3, -1. So we have 1, 2, 3, -1. This is our center. We can label with a C. And then we're going to plot a radius. So from our center point, we're going to going up 5, down 5 from our point, to the left 5, and then to the right 5 from our center point. So our last step is we're going to connect our dots. So here's our circle, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 25. So now we're going to do a second example. So we have the equation x squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. So again, we want to write the equation of a circle underneath it. So we have a center. So if we have an x squared, that means that we have an x minus 0. So our center would start with 0, and if we have a -3 for k, then we're going to have a positive 3. And this is going to be our center, 0, 3. And then our radius will be the square root of 16, which gives us 4. So we have a center of 0, 3, and a radius of 4. So now if we want to graph this, the first thing we have to do is our center point. So we have 0, 3, and then we have to plot our radius. So we're going up 4, to the right 4, down 4 from our center point, and then to the left 4 from our center point. And now we can connect our dots with a smooth curve. So now we have graphed our circle, x squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. So you can see here we said our radius was 4, so we have r equals 4.